Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Today, or this afternoon, I would like to read with you a few verses from the book of Ruth and see how Luria reads the verse. Let's pop into the text, and here it is. Ruth, chapter 3. Those verses are from 13 until 17. I just summarize the verses for us before we focus on one verse. This is already when Boaz discovers that Ruth is lying under his feet, and he offers her to continue to stay the night there. And he says, if in the morning your Savior will save you, he will. If not, I will do. And I would like us to focus in verse 15. But first, she continues to lie under his feet until the morning, and then she stood up before anybody could recognize his friend, meaning before the light came. It means at the time of the dawn, when it is still dark. And he asks her that nobody will know or will notice that a woman came to the threshing floor. And then he says here, verse 15, Vayomer, Havi hamitpachat, please bring thy mantle, asher alaich ve'echezi ba, and hold it, vatochaz ba, and she holds the mantle. Vayamad, and this is the focus that I would like us to look at. Vayamad, and then he measures, yes? Vayamad shesh seorim, vayashet from shet, yes? Vayashet alea. And he measured 6 barleys, measures of barley, and he put it or laid on her. And then he came into town. Shesh seorim, 6 measures of barley. Let's see what Luria says about this measure. What does this measure tell us? And here we are reading in Luria's writing, Sefer HaLikutim, the collection book, Nevi'im Rishonim, First Prophets, Shmuel Aleph, Samuel 1, verse 17. Letter Bet, Od Bet, Mark 2. Velihiyot ze emet, and to be this truth, Ne'emar beVoaz, it was told in Boaz, Vayamad shesh seorim, and he measured 6 measures of barley, vayashet aleha, and he put it on her. On whom? On Ruth. Now he goes to explain a very deep system of thinking. But before we shall explain the way he explains it, I would like us to draw the tree of life here. Yes. Here. But here I will do another dot, make it blue, because now we shall speak about Sfirat Da'at. Here it is. Yes, let's put it here. Usually we don't color this sphere, and there is continuity of the other spheres, and this is how it is. Yes. So this is Chokhmah, wisdom, Binah, and Da'at. The merge between wisdom and understanding is Da'at. Mindset, Those three together, usually we don't mention that. That is in the middle. In the front, our mouth is in the front where that is, and when the mouth and the tongues are speaking, we can recognize somebody's thoughts. This is the revelations of thoughts. So in the face, the revelation of thought goes through the mouth. When at the back of the head there is a nape, and soon we shall understand or find out why it is so important here. So Chokhmah, Bina, Vadaat are called Chabad, abbreviation. Chabad. Chokhmah, Bina, Da'at. And here we have Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet. And I will change the colors here for us because this is how the system goes. Let's do it here. Yes. Netzach, Hod, Yesod, and Malchut. So what Luria says is the following things. And so he says, Ratza lomar, he wants to say, the text, Kmo sheLeah, like Leah, has 6 barley behind Zair. What is 6 barley? We think usually about barley, that we go to the field on April and there's a barley. And he says, no, this is a measure. Measure of what? Measures of the light or the portion of the spheres. Which spheres? And he now counts. Me'achorei Zair. Usually we count or we relate to, let's do it like this. Usually we look at those 6 and we say this is the Vav. And this is the Hey, heavenly kingdom. And above we write Yod and Hey and so on. But now he wants us to look even deeper. And though he says, Kmo sheLeah, Leah has what? 6 measures of barley behind Zeir Anpin. This is also those 6 spheres we are calling Zeir Anpin, little face or little portion. Like Leah has 6 measures of barley behind Zair, behind the Vav. What does it mean behind? Is hidden, are not revealed. And what are the measures of 6 barleys? And so he counts. The measure are 3. Those 3. Chokhmah, Bina, Da'at. Those are 3. Barley. And here, Chabad. Chokhmah, Bina, Da'at are 3. Barley. And Chagat. Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet. Yes? Those are 3. And together, this is 6 barley. But please pay attention the way he thinks, because now, though the text deals with Ruth and Boaz, he goes further back to the story of Leah, Jacob, and Rachel, because everything sits on this story, or the way the spheres are built. And let's see. So, as Leah has 6 measures of barley behind Zeir Anpin, maybe those hidden, those, this is why I color them in purple, those considered to be the hidden. Why? Why? Do we have a notion why those spheres are considered to be hidden? Those are considered to be related to the thought. The thought is always hidden. And those 3, Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet, are in a way those 2 arms right arm, left arm, and Tiferet is the heart. And sometimes what people keep in the heart is not revealed. So those three are hidden, and those three are hidden. Together, there are 6 hidden spheres, and those are related to Leah. Again, let's make here another drawing. Because this is how Luria, and Luria will always, in his explanations of the sphere, will always return to this way of speaking. They are here. This is Keter, this is crown, this is transparent, this is infinity. So we have here 3. Yes. In a way, this has to be not really here. Let's do it differently. Yeah, let's do it here and here. So there is here, this is the first triangle which is hidden. This is the thought. And then we have, in a way, the spheres that are related to the heart, they're also hidden. Yes? Sentiment, your feelings, and those are hidden. Together, there are 6 measures of barley. And those 6 are in the part of Leah, because those are the hidden, like Leah, Ohel, the same letters as Ohel, is tent, hidden. So those measures or those illuminations from those spheres are in the part of Leah because they are hidden. As we are reading about Leah, and Leah's eyes are soft, her eyelids are down, it is hidden. Yes, and then we have, and then he says, he continues in saying that the rest 4, Netzach, Nahim, Netzach Hod Yesod, Netzach Hod Yesod, and Malchut, the 4 lowers, this is the 4 lowers, are in a way in Rachel's part. Those are the revealed one. So they're concealed. This is the 6 barley. They belong to Leah. And the 4, the revealed, this is the tree of knowledge, so to speak. This is the part of Rachel. This is how he starts, in a way, his text. And now he continues. ומה שהייתה עורפה ראויה לקחת, because the story goes that, and now she'll speak about the story. Naomi had 2 daughters-in-law, Orpah and Ruth. And Orpah and Ruth, yes, are parallel to Leah and Rachel. This is what's supposed to be. Yes? Let's make here another drawing. Are the drawing are helping you, or it is better that we just speak without drawing? I'm not sure what is more helpful, but please, if you hear us, let us know what is more helpful, just to speak or to draw. Usually we're saying that Bina Almadit Kasya, this is Leah, and Malchut. Here, this is Rachel. Rachel, yes, Leah and Rachel. So as we have, in a way, the 4 letters of the Tetragrammaton, when the upper Hey is Leah, the hidden, and Rachel is the revealed, we have another couple, yes, of daughters-in-law, the daughters-in-law of Naomi, and Orpah supposed to be like Leah, when Ruth supposed to be like Rachel. So far, so good. This is what he says here in the text. But, and here's the big but. ומה שהייתה עורפה ראויה לקחת שעורים בקדושה דוגמת לאה. Supposedly, עורפה, her share was also 6 measure of barley. What is 6 measure of barley? The 6 upper spheres. Like Leah, the 3 spheres of the mind. Chokhmah, Binah, Da'at. And the 3 of the heart, Chesed, Gvura, and Tiferet. She's supposed to inherit or to receive 6 measures of barley, like Leah, in the book of Genesis. But, and here is the change here in the story. But she did not want here, Velo Ratzta. Orpah did not want to take this illumination, like those 6 hidden spheres. How do we know that? Her name is Orpah. Orpah. Without the hay, this is Orif. Orif is a nape, the back of the head. So she turned. She didn't want to receive the light. Yeah, she's sitting at the back of the head, at the nape, and she refuses, yes, to have any contact, yes, with the spheres, with the light, and by refusing, she returned to her home. And those spheres and those illuminations that she refused to receive by returning to her home and not going with Naomi, those 6 measures of barley, those 6 measures of the upper spheres, of the 6 hidden spheres, were given to Ruth. Here, this is what he says here. Nitnu leRuth, were given to Ruth. V'zehu, and this is what it is. Vayamad 6 se'orim vayashet aleha, and he measured 6 measures of barley. Shesh is 6. Shesh is 6. This is 6. Se'orim, barley. Se'orim are not just barley, it's shi'urim. We can say se'orim with left shin, se'orim, this is barley, or shi'urim, measure. So he measured her 6 measures of barley. Vayashet alea, and he laid it upon her. Vayashet from shet, based, to base something. Vayashet from tashtit. Tashtit is basis, a base, and he laid it upon her. And so says Luria, ki alea hem vadai, because they are upon her, surely, ve nichlelu ba, and they are included in her, in Ruth. Velakha tzad hakdusha, and in this moment, when Boaz gives her 6 measures of barley, in a way she took the side the positive side of holy. This side, or the hidden illumination of those 6 spheres, were supposed to be given to Orpah. Yes. כי היא הפכה עורף. So those 6 positive supposed to be given to Orpah, but she refused. She turned her nape. And instead of the 6 measures of barley in the holy part, in the positive part, she was given 6 measures of barley in the other side. What is the meaning, the other side? She received, in a way, or that Goliath will be her son or grandson. Will come from her. Meaning she refused to receive the positive relation to life. She rejected the positive, and as consequence, the one who came from her was Goliath. Now, what is the measure of Goliath? Shi'uro is measure, portion, 6 cubits and little finger. As the Bible says, what is the height of Goliath? 6 cubit and little finger, 6 amot vazeret. And now he goes to explain this mathematic. And I just skip for the explanation and move to David. ובזה תבין, and in this you will understand why he was killed by David. כי זה לעומת זה עשה אלוהים. Because this against this, or parallel this, God had made. זה מרות, David came through Ruth, וזה מאורפה, and Goliath came from Orpah. זה ממערכות אלוהים חיים, this one came from systems of living God, שהם 6 שעורים, that they are the 6 measures of barley, של וישת עליה, that he laid upon her, ונכללו ברות כנזכר, and they were included in Ruth as it is mentioned. And here there's a comma, and she, yes, she referring to Orpah, she's not mentioned here by her name, and she took 6 systems of Philistines that revealed her exposure. And this is why it is called Harafa. Harafa means not Orpah. Please pay attention to the movement between Ayin and Hey. From Orpah, Harafa, the loose, the Ayin turns into Hey. ולא רצתה בברכה, she didn't want to have any connection with the blessing, with the 6 measures of barley. ורחקה ממנה, and she remote herself from the blessing. It says, ולא רצתה בברכה, and she didn't want the blessing, ורחקה ממנו, and she remote herself from him. ויצא ממנה גוליית, and Goliath came out from her, or from her side, מצד מערות פלישתים, from the side of Philistines' caves. שכן כתיב, because it is written, ממערות פלישתים, from Philistines' cave, ולא מערכות, and not systems. So now he would like to tell us that there is a difference between me'arot and ma'arachot. Yes? The difference is in the writing me'arot, 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 and ma'arachot. Seemingly, they are almost parallel words, but me'arot, caves, and we are not translating it to English, is just to help us to have a notion. But because it is from here, we say caves in English, but this is nudity. Yes, me'ervat here. Mem is a utility. Yes, it's like, yes, this is how it is. And David, this is how Goliath came. Goliath. And David came from systems of living God, but ma'arachot, which have here what? The kaf of Keter. Ma'arechet, system in Hebrew, ma'arechet or ma'arachot, holds the letter of kaf, Keter, ma'arachot. Or erech is value. So this is why it is called loose, and she didn't want the blessing, and she kept remote from him. V'yatsa mimena Goliath, and Goliath came out of her. Mitzad me'arot plishtim, because we can read me'arot is also in a different way, is like nudity, the refusal to be in the holy part is called nudity. Not physical nudity, but people who rather deal with the external and not with the inner. This is what is considered to be nudity. Sheken ktiv mime'arot plishtim, from the caves or revelation of Philistines, velo ma'arachot, and not systems or values. Mitzad imo, from his mother, that she contempt the holiness. And what is holiness? Shehem ma'arachot Elohim chayim, that those are the systems of living God. And from there, David came. So I hope that for you it was interesting, as it is for us to read. Do you have any questions? Would you like to say something? We are here. Yes, this is the time. You can ask whatever you like. And in a way, in this text, Luria explains us what is the meaning of the act of measuring 6 measures of barley. Yes, when Boaz measured for Ruth 6 measures of barley, he gave her the illumination of the 6 upper spheres, which is from the side of Leah, and from her she chose life, and from her King David came, and Psalms. So this was our little quick session today. We thank you for being with us, and shalom shalom.